Hey Galax here. So the playoffs are set on their way to Super Bowl 54. My team, the Steelers, unfortunately missed it on the last day of the season, but congratulations to all the teams that did. I thought it'd be a good idea to see what Madden thinks is going to happen. Obviously, I have my own biases, the teams I want to win, the teams that I think are going to win, but let's try to do it in an unbiased fashion possible. Of course, we all know Madden is exactly like perfect, but nothing in this world is perfect. Nothing can tell the future at all because, you know, weird things happen any given Sunday, right? So let's go at it. AFC Wildcard, Titans versus Patriots. Now, I did do Super Sim for all of them except for these first two games. I did the Super Sim, but then I just forgot to record it. So Tennessee actually ended up beating New England, and this is kind of a very surprising thing, and a kind of like a line of surprising things. Tennessee with the ground game, I took them down. AFC Wildcard, Bills versus Texans. So that was a very surprising result because New England is, New England. But Buffalo ended up beating Houston here too, 24-17. Fairly, I guess a score we can kind of expect. I mean, Buffalo with that mean defense can kind of slow down Watson, it looks like, a little bit, according to Madden. So they can move on to the divisional NFC Wildcard, Vikings versus Saints. Something that the Saints fans probably don't want to remember. Diggs sideline touchdown, the Minneapolis Miracle. It looks like Minnesota seems to be piling on, but New Orleans, of course, with Drew Brees coming back here. And 21-14 in the third. Can Saints come back? Come back fourth. Oh, Minnesota looks like they're pulling away at the end here. But no, it's tied up. What? Oh, my goodness. And it ends up in overtime. Minnesota takes it down 36-30. I don't know why it says OT0. Didn't it go to overtime? Anyways, Minnesota moves on for the second year in a row. Devastates New Orleans. I'm sorry, Saints fans. Seattle versus Philadelphia here. We get a little bit of an early lead from Seattle as Philadelphia injured all over the place, but it seems like a regular occurrence for them, but they still seem to be able to, win games somehow, make the playoffs. Seattle's still up 21-7. Russell Wilson in the wrecking crew right there. 31-7. Looks like it's a runaway game in the fourth. Philadelphia makes it 15, but it is too little too late. Seattle ends up kind of easily winning this one. Not really a sweat fest like the last game. So on to the divisionals after that wild card weekend. So let's move on to the divisional. Titans versus Ravens. Can there be an upset? Can Derrick Henry and the newly renewed Tannehill somehow come through? I guess we will see. It is tied up in a high-scoring contest early along, but it's just kind of strange because the Ravens have really had a very phenomenal defense. Tennessee didn't have any trouble with it, but in the third quarter, it seems to be all Baltimore's favor. Lamar Jackson and friends are kind of going crazy. Ingram there. Tennessee just doesn't have the muscle to get back in the game, so good season from them. Great second half, and the future is looking bright for Tennessee. Crazy that Tannehill kind of turned his entire career around. They got a quarterback, wide receiver, and running back studs now. Bills versus Chiefs in their divisional matchup. Chiefs is their home team, and Mahomes, let's see if he can recapture the magic from last year. He's been a little bit hurt this year, sadly. Buffalo taking a lead, but Kansas City taking it right back and forth. 14-13. It is a solid, close game. Buffalo, the field goal, the fourth quarter coming down, a 1-point game. What do we got? 2 minutes left, and Buffalo hangs on 19-17 over Kansas City. So defense ends up winning the playoff once again over the high-flying Chiefs. It felt like a little bit of off a beat this year, even though they got the first round bye. But we'll see. Vikings versus 49ers, the divisional over there in the NFC. San Francisco is the home team. The Minnesota coming off a thriller from overtime from the previous week. We'll see if they hang over a little bit. Down 14-0 in the second, 17-0. Making a comeback in the third, taking the lead. Wow, this is kind of a surprising result right now. Minnesota, okay, tied up. We'll see what San Francisco can return with. Get that Kittle, that ball, drive down the field. Come on, Shanahan, devise a play. You can't win it at the end. And once again, another close game. Right there with the New England game is, I think, the upset of Madden the entire time. Crazy. I would not expect that as 49ers seem unbeatable right now. Seahawks versus Packers in the divisional. And I guess if injuries happen, who knows what happens. Seahawks and Packers have quite the history in the playoffs from, Fail Marys, but that wasn't the playoff, to the Russell Wilson onside kick. Well, he didn't kick it, but the onside kick game. Low-scoring game here in the third. Got to get it together, Aaron Rodgers. If you're going to try anything, down within 2 points in the fourth quarter. We got any magic left, or is it all Wilson all the time? And Seahawks take it 22-14 to move on. So we've had a lot of road victories, it feels like. A very strange for the NFL. Madden predicts kind of a wacky year here for the playoffs, which, you know, I'm down for. I like excitement and change versus just home teams all the time. The favorites. Bills versus Ravens here. So let's see if the favorites, or we can continue the run of road teams dominating on the road. Doesn't look like it early here. Second quarter, 13-0 Baltimore. At half, 20-0. Keep going up, keep going down. 20-7. Can Buffalo fight back? Allen, do you have it in the tank? Can your strong arm hook one deep? Nope. Baltimore by 2 scores. And woo! Bills made it a game at the end, but 26-21. Baltimore ends up taking that one down. The strength of the running game, the strength of Lamar Jackson, too much. So the championship, Vikings versus Seahawks. The only way the Seahawks are getting a home game. Both teams on the wild card made it all the way. So this is going to be a hard one for Minnesota to overcome at the notoriously loud Seahawks Stadium, the 12th man coming through. But Minnesota doesn't seem to have a problem here in the third. 17-7. Russell Wilson, what kind of antics do you have? Come on, fourth, tied it up. Minnesota, another close game, and they're able to chew out the clock, win with a field goal, 20-17. I don't know how they make it. Now, let's see. That they've won in close, like almost overtime, every single game in this miracle run. So there's a lot of Minnesota miracles. So Ravens and Vikings, can you keep it up? Who is it in the Super Bowl? Who's going to win it? Vikings have 4 Super Bowl appearances, and the Ravens have 2 Super Bowl wins. So let's see if they can overcome. But Baltimore seems to be taking a commanding lead in the first half, 17-3, third quarter, still up 23. Minnesota's really having trouble against that Baltimore defense, as predicted, since it has been steady all year, and this just seems like a walk-away blowout at the moment. Yeah, 27-9, not even close. Congratulations to the Ravens. You are the predicted champions. Lock it in. Put all your money on him. Mark Ingram, 28 carries, 133 yards with 1 touchdown as the Super Bowl MVP. And there's a celebration there. Hand the trophy to Lamar. Good year. League MVP, Super Bowl winner, as predicted by Madden. So lock it in. There it is. Congratulations. And that is all for this video. Who do you guys think are going to make it? Who do you think is going to win it? My personal take, I think Baltimore is really hard in the 49ers. That's kind of what I'm taking to the Super Bowl if I were a bet man. But I'm guessing those odds-on favorite. But, you know, never count out New England because they've got some evil magic there. Anyways, thanks for watching Call to Action. I will see you tomorrow.